Greetings, and welcome back to For Fun Friday, where I, your now on-camera host, decides to pick up a deck of Yu-Gi-Oh! And attempt to learn it as best as I can, given the very strict time restriction of 3 games. Usually, doesn't work. This week, we're taking a look at a For Fun Friday requested deck, which is a thing you can do over at our streams thanks to Stream Loot. Basically put, it's our donation option. You get a couple of packs in return, and they can do a bunch of marvelous things on stream, one of which is requesting a deck for Fun Friday. This deck is one such deck, and it has been requested by Danish Chris, and he wanted to see Melffy. Pure Melffy was the original statement he made, but we realized very quickly that a pure Melffy deck doesn't really get anywhere because every single activation of everything is a non-Melffy card. So we decided to stretch the rules a little bit and make a level 2 beast deck as much as we could, at the very least. Now, if you enjoy this type of content, do remember to click the subscribe button down below, leave a comment for the algorithm, click the like button if you really like to, and of course, support me over on Patreon or YouTube membership if you feel the need to. Now, let's go on to the deck list to see exactly what kind of shenanigans this is gonna get up to. Let's start off with our hand traps so we can get them out of the way very quickly. We have 3 Infinite Impermanents, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Gammas, and its accompanying Driver. This should get us out of most situations where hand traps are necessary, at least so I hope. Then we have 3 copies of Alpha, the Master of Beasts. We're sticking with the beast theme on this one, but Alpha happens to be one of the best cards in the deck, simply because Melffys lack a lot of punching power. If there's anything Melffys cannot do, it's high attack numbers. Alpha kind of fixes that problem for us. It's also searchable off of Caddy's effect, which is really, really good, surprisingly. Alpha just lets you special summon it to the field if your opponent controls higher attack total than you do. Given that all of our cards have about 200 to 300 attack, it's every single time your opponent has a monster, essentially. We're then also running 1 copy of X-Saber Airbellum, simply because it is a level 3 beast tuner for a card you'll see in a little bit. We're then, for the Melffys, playing 3 Melffy Puppy, the best card in the deck, tags out into Kalimtosa, allowing us to pop a card at any point, or into something else that we happen to need at the time. 2 Catty, mostly because we want to be able to search Alpha, or be able to search one of the other pieces like Valeraphon in case we really need to. 1 Fenny. Fenny, of course, allows you to special summon a beast from your hand. It comes up rarely. You could summon an Alpha off of this, not that it really does much other than act like a big beat stick, but it's there. And then 1 Pony to try and get some of our Melffys back should they meet an untimely demise. We're then running 3 Nimble Beaver. A normal summoned Nimble Beaver will simply be a free rank 2 Exceed, and it's really, really good. The aforementioned Valeraphon, which helps us recover in case our board has been cleared. 1 Hop Ear Squadron, which, well, basically, it just lets us tag it to Herald of the Arclight, and it is the usual target for our Melffy Caddy. 2 Kalimtosa, when it's special summoned by beast effect, you pop a card. You've seen this a million times. And then 1 Otoshi Damashi, or aka Cute Otter. This comes up very rarely. It's a level 1 tuner that if a monster's card is sent from the field to the graveyard, it gains a counter, and then summons a token with the same level as the number of counters on the Otter. It comes up. It's not exactly one of the best cards in the deck by any means, but it is also a level 1 tuner, meaning that if you are stranded and need to get into a higher level play, you can do so through Obedience Schooled. We're then running 3 Ayers Rock Sunrise. Simply put, is a monster reborn for beasts, but it also lowers your opponent's attack monster. It lowers the attack of your opponent's monsters by a whole butt-ton, should we have a lot of beasts in the graveyard. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, because back row is terrible. And then the best card in the deck, Obedience Schooled. It lets us summon 3 level 2 or lower beast monsters from our deck, which simply allows us to go straight into Exceed plays or other shenanigans. 1 Called by the Grave, because we are incredibly weak to hand traps and we need a way out of them. 1 Melffy Tag to summon a Melffy in our graveyard, and 1 Melffy Hide and Seek to protect our beast monsters and occasionally draw a card. Last card in the deck is going to be an Imperial Order, because this card wins games off of itself, and we need all the help we can get. Extra deck-wise, we have Naturia Beast, which is a 1-card summon off of Obedience Schooled, which is why we're running Airbellum, because, you know, Obedience Schooled can not summon Airbellum, but it does allow us to basically have it, and then go into this, and then shenanigans. There's a bunch of things we can do with this. But basically put, this is a 1-card Naturia Beast. If we summon the Otter and then any of the 2 Melffys, we basically get into Naturia Beast. Airbellum kind of does it as well, in case we draw it somehow by, like, Caddy or any other of the effects. Blah, 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 blah. Naturia Beast, very good card. 2 Herald of the Arclight, because Herald just gives us a free negate, and both Valerophon and Hot Air Squadrons are level 2 tuners. 1 Zeus, acting as our main boss monster. Zeus, of course, getting a bunch of Exceed materials thanks to how the Melffys play out. Really good. Downer Magician as a free material to Zeus. 1 Joyous Melffy, which you can detach a material and then target anything on the field, and then get back to whatever tiny puffs you want back out, basically. So you can also Obedience Schooled into 3 of your Melffys, go into Joyous, then use Joyous's effect, remove 1, then summon all of them back. Mannequin Cat comes up very rarely, as it allows us to special summon things from the graveyard, allowing us to go into Mega Clops on occasion. Sky Cavalry Centuria is one of the better beaters we have in the deck, simply because when it fights something, it returns it to the hand at the end of the battle step. Melffy Mommy is probably the worst Melffy monster, but if we're going to be playing as pure Melffy as possible, we have to run at least one of the cutest ones, simply because its effect comes up, I guess. Depending on its number of materials, it gains a bunch of effects. For 3, it cannot be destroyed by battle. When you have 4, you take no damage from battles involving it, and at 5 or more, whenever a battle is taken with Melffy Mommy, it deals damage equal to the attacking monster's attack, and it includes when it is attacking. It's pretty good. Then Melffy of the Forest, of course, to search us our Melffys should we need them. For the links, we're running a Boral Sword, we're running the aforementioned Fortress Mega Clops. It comes up sometimes. Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus. Very basic Nightmare package. Hopefully we don't have to go into them too much. That is what we're going to be doing today. So let's head into some games. So, for the first game of today, say hello to our real-life Melffy Caddy, who has decided to hang out here today. You're very cute. With our real-life Melffy Caddy, we're going up against what on earth is happening here? Is it Blackluster Soldier Lightsorn? It is. It's Super Soldier Soul, Evening Twilight Knight, Super Soldier Synthesis. This man's playing Blackluster Soldier. I love that deck. Normal summoning the Raiden. Raiden is most likely going to activate its effect here, searching for a wolf, I'm going to presume. We're going to let it happen, see if he gets it. He does not. He hits a charge and another Super Soldier Soul. Very unfortunate. He kind of, he whiffed on that one really hard. But Super Soldier Soul is still really good, by the way. You can banish it and you add a Beginning Knight or Evening Twilight Knight from deck to hand. It's pretty good. It is a once per turn, but it still lets him add what he needs. The cat is having an adventure over there. What are you doing, kitty? We're playing Melffys today. You can come join us. You can be the live mascot. No? Okay. That sucks. Cat doesn't want to join us today. Oh well. Here is it's Gaia. Okay, Gaia the Fierce Knight Origin and a Blackluster Soldier Super Soldier in the graveyard there. Yeah, can't really do much to that. He is definitely going to Synchro Summon off of this. But what does he Synchro into? I'm assuming Chaos Ruler. Yeah, okay. Chaos Ruler effect is definitely what we choose to negate here, because Chaos Ruler is scary. We don't want him to search an additional card, and we definitely don't want 4 more cards in the graveyard. That's kind of a really bad situation to be in here. We do have a Caddy, we do have a Fenny, both of which are not necessarily the best option. Which kind of sucks, because we really need to get in something. He does have the Super Soldier Synthesis, which is unfortunate, meaning he is going to make a Super Soldier. He does have enough materials to actually make Super Soldier as well, so that's unfortunate. Super Soldier, of course, gets additional effects based on what was used as material, and it says he used Evening Twilight Knight as well as Beginning Knight. I believe he gets to rip a card out of our hand, and that's basically it. Unfortunately, he rips Melffy Caddy from our hand, which was the best possible card we had there. And I don't know if we necessarily have a good way of getting out of this one. Inflict damage equal to... Okay, if this goes destroyed by battle... Or this card is destroyed by opponent's card effect, you can special summon 1. Okay, I think the correct choice here is just to go for Nimble Beaver. We're going to activate Nimble Beaver's effect, and we're going to summon another Nimble Beaver. Off of this, we have to make Sky Cavalry Centuria. This is basically our get out of jail free card here. We are going to attack into Blackluster Soldier Super Soldier. We are not going to get destroyed by battle. We are going to take 1,000, and then we activate Centuria's effect in order to send this back to the hand. This, of course, means it loses all of its effects, which is basically as good as we are going to be able to get here. We can summon back the 2, but I don't think it's worth it, as Centuria kind of fulfills the correct purpose we need it to do right now. So we're just gonna pass turn, actually. We're gonna activate the Fenny effect, though, and special summon Fenny to the field. And now we get our Caddy back, which means we actually get to trigger the effect of Caddy as well, which is insane. At this point, we are when he special summons something, we're probably going to go for the caddy effect, searching the Hop Air Squadron, then using Hop Air Squadron together with Melffy Fenny in order to get into a Herald, if possible. The cat has disappeared, and I don't know where she went. She is on an adventure. She's coming along with Melffy Ventures. I don't know what I'm doing. Also, yes, I am on camera now. Hello. I held a vote about this a couple of days ago, and people seemed generally interested to see me on camera for a video for once, so I decided For Fun Friday is probably the best one in doing so. Camera quality is still a bit shit. I mean, I got a light for Christmas. I got lights. But other than that, of course, I'm not a cameraman. I've never been comfortable being on camera, so I look kind of like a homeless man with a glass shine. But it's fine to me. I don't mind too much. Igor seems to have given up on life here because he is currently being timed out. Omega's new feature that times people out for stalling is great, by the way. I love this. We have found the cat. She is on an adventure again. Kitty. The audience requires sustenance. What do we do? Hi. Want to say hi? Doot. No. She wasn't interested. But Igor chooses to surrender, knowing that both Catty and Fenny is apparently too much for this man to handle. And we actually take a win with the Melffys. Really interesting. Let's go another game. Alright then, the Havre Scrapman, or Havre Scrapman, I'm not entirely sure what your name is. We are going to choose to go first, and our going first hand is really, really bad. We're going to go for Nimble Beaver. Beaver is probably our best normal summon in the deck, as we can just go into another Nimble Beaver here. We're going to go for the Melffy of the Forest, simply because we need to search a Melffy card here. We're going to do that. We're going to detach the Nimble Beaver. We are going to search ourselves the puppy. We are going to activate Hide and Seek to try and protect our Melffy puppies from being absolutely destroyed. And then during the end phase, of course, we will trigger the Melffy puppy, summoning the Melffy puppy to the field, and this is about as good as we're going to get. Imperial Order is really good, as well as sitting on 2 alphas is not terrible. Alpha is a perfect out card to just about anything he can do on his turn here. That doesn't really say much, considering our best interruption right now is Melffy puppy. We're going to see what he is going to decide to do. It is a Scrap Raptor. I'm actually going to activate the puppy effect here because I know exactly what Scrap Raptor wants to do. And if we can stop Scrap Raptor immediately, we're going to do it. So we're going to trigger the effect of our Calantosa, targeting the Scrap Raptor. You can target face a monster your opponent controls that cannot attack once its effects is negated. No, that's fine. We are just going to destroy the Scrap Raptor here. That does not trigger its effect, I believe, because it has to be destroyed by a Scrap Monster. If you watch the Orchist video, you would know all about it, because we played it in that one. We're going to get TTT'd here, which we are definitely flipping Imperial Order for. We are not dealing with that. He wants to shuffle our puppy back. I'm actually going to Imperial Order this. I do not like him getting TTT off, especially because he can target it. He's going to go for the Urgent Schedule. That's kind of what I expected, to be honest. It is a scrap deck using this. They are negated, though, meaning he can't exactly do much with them right now, but he can do the scrap combo regardless thanks to Urgent Schedule, which is really unfortunate because we have no way of stopping this. He is lacking a card, though, because this, of course, kills this. Then he has to do the effect, which summons Golem and Machina Citadel, unfortunately. There's a lot of good things you can do when you're playing the scrap version of Machina these days. Imperial Order is now popped, unfortunately. That is what it does. Scrap Golem here is going to bring back the Scrap Recycler, and most likely we're going to see a Ruin Force. That is my guess here, is that we're going to get Ruin Forced. World Legacy World Chalice gets dumped, which is very interesting. Is this actually Machina Orchist, perhaps? I don't know why else you would play World Chalice ever. Going for the 3 material Yugioh, which he's going to special summon a monster off of, I'm assuming. He has a Golem in hand. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. He goes for the Golem effect again, bringing back the Scrap Recycler once more. Yugioh is a very good card, by the way, and I feel that these days it's super poorly represented because it still does a lot of crazy things. It's just that nobody seems to be playing it. There is the Ruin Force, which means exactly what I thought it did, and we are essentially dead here. It does not matter, because all he has to do is pop the, all he has to do here is pop the Citadel, and we are going to lose, so we're not going to sit through this one, unfortunately. There was just too many interactions where we needed to stop him, and he had the Urgent Schedule to kind of just screw us over. We could have waited with the Imperial Order, I suppose, but even then, I don't think we had a way out of that one cleanly. We opened too many alphas. That is just the way it is. Let's move on to another match, shall we? Have you all got your winter chills? Because I most certainly have. My nose has been running for the last 2 days over Christmas. By the way, today is the 26th. I'm recording this. And, of course, our last duel of today is going to be going up against Sword Soul, one of the best decks in the format, which I can tell you right now, our poor little puppies are not going to stand much of a chance against this one. He is going to go into Baroness here immediately, most likely, and with the help of Baroness, going to absolutely destroy our lives. There is Baron de Fleur, of course. This, of course, means we are taking 1,200 points of damage here, and the one way we really have getting out of this one is probably through Zeus, but even then, it's going to be not great. Taya is also going to come in, which means Sheng Ying is on its way, or possibly another negate. It depends on what he decides to do here. I'm assuming it's going to be Sheng Ying. Sheng Ying will search him Mo Yi. He's going to go for the Sacred Summit. Okay, that's very interesting. Choosing to go for the Sacred Summit here in order to get another 10 onto the field. So most likely he's making the big whatever its name is again. I keep forgetting what the name of it is. It is... whatever, I'll figure it out. Zhao whatever? Sheng Ying, yeah, Sheng Ying. I never remember this. So Sheng Ying is also big. Oh my god, ending with a Fusion Destiny. This man's hand was stacked from the start. I don't think we have a chance on this one. Like, I legitimately don't think we can do anything on this one. DPE, Baron, and Sheng Ying. What a fucking hand, dude. Big yikers. I don't know really how we get out of this one, to be frank here. Alpha would be a very good card to pull. That is a Nimble Beaver. It is not an Alpha. Yikes. This is not good. This is not good at all. We're just gonna go for the Nimble Beaver. I'll activate the Nimble Beaver. We already know we've lost this one. There is not a chance. Yeah, okay, this gets Baron negated, which I find to be very funny. Why would you activate your negate for that? We're gonna go for the Ayers Rock Sunrise here, which is really weird. Okay, why would you DPE pop the Sunrise? Is it just so you could get rid of him? Okay, well, yeah, sure. We get a Beaver back. DPE effect, of course, triggers. We're going to set a card. We're just going to end phase here. We're going to activate Puppy, which summons Puppy. We're going to activate Pony, which summons Pony. Drawing the Incredible Ecclesia off the top means we are bonzo screwed. We're going to trigger the Puppy here. Puppy, of course, is going to tag out. We are going to summon the Kalimtosa. Kalimtosa will pop the Baron. It is our only target to pop here. It does not really matter because we have lost this game super hard. I'll activate Pony effect. Pony will not be able to do much here. We'll simply tag it out. We're going to get DPE'd. Kind of interesting that you would DPE here, I think. It's kind of weird. Okay, if we get our Pony back. This does somehow clear the board, except for Celestial, of course. He's just going to draw 2 more cards because DPE is incredibly fair and balanced, and there's no problem with this card whatsoever. Not at all. We love DPE. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think our little puppy buds are going to live through this one. You know, it makes sense. We are literally playing Melffy up against the top-tier metagame threat of the format. Don't know that we really stood a chance on this one, Chief. Here comes the Mo Yi. Mo Yi is just going to summon another 8, and that is going to spell the end of the game for us, but I'm just not going to let him have the satisfaction. This man is playing Sword Soul. We already did this video. We know how good the deck is. Considering this was so quick, we'll go one more. I believe we already played this man, but we'll go for it anyway, because who cares, really? This is a very good turn. We're just going to pass turn, and during the end phase, we're going to activate Caddy. Summoning Caddy. We're going to activate Puppy. Summoning Puppy. And we're going to activate Pony. Summoning Pony. Lots of Melffys. Alright then, Igor, show me what you got. Gateway to Chaos. Yes, we did in fact play this guy already, but we'll do a rematch, why not? We will ash the Gateway to Chaos, not allowing him to search for a Black Luster Soldier or Gaia card, because honestly, we don't want that to happen. I suppose this is now the best of possible 3 here, because apparently Omega doesn't have opponents today. I don't know. We'll see if Igor manages to do anything. He does have the Gaia the Fierce Knight origin here, pitching the Black Luster Soldier Envoy of the beginning, which is interesting. We're gonna go for the puppy effect here. We're also gonna go for the caddy effect. We're not gonna trigger pony. We are going to search for Hoppier Squadron. And this we are going to tag out for the Kalimtosa. Kalimtosa, of course, is going to pop the Gateway to Chaos this time. We do not want to have that card there. That card is very scary. We can't let him search for things, because if he does, then we're just kind of screwed. At this point, we do have the Hoppier to go into one of the Heralds of Arclight to get another negate onto the board, which is not terrible. Of course, we don't have the attack power to really justify doing anything other than put cards in defense position, but it is what it is. Igor seems mighty confused here, because we probably screwed up his game plan. I'm not entirely sure what he's thinking, because Gateway to Chaos is a really, really good way of enabling both Gaia and Black Luster Soldier. He does have the Evening Twilight Night here. No, we're not going to trigger Pony. Pony seems bad, but we are going to trigger the Hoppier Squadron, targeting the Kalimtosa. We're going to do this, then we're going to make the Herald of the Arclight. This way we have a negate open in case he decides to do anything other than proceed to the battle phase, which he does, which is completely fine by us. Because now if he destroys both of these, we also have a Gamma live, which is really, really good. So the Herald is going to bite the dust. Unfortunately, we do not have an effect for it because we don't play a fairy in the deck. They're all beasts. He is going to attack this as well. We are going to activate the effect of Pony here, and we're going to return the Hoppier Squadron to our hand, basically recycling it. It's kind of a good reason to run Pony, because you can keep running the Hoppier Squadron back. We'll take the 500. We don't have an option, really. This leaves the field open for a Gamma negate, however, which is really, really good considering we are out of other options. I am assuming he is going to exceed into something here. Is an assumption. He might link as well. He is linking into Isolde, or Isolde. We are hitting that with a Gamma. No Isolde effect for you. This is also why Gamma is an incredibly good card in this deck specifically, because you bounce your shit back to your hand. It's just a negate when your field is empty. Is really good. Isolde would have also allowed him to do a bunch of crazy shenanigans combos that we really do not want to deal with, so getting rid of it is probably the correct choice. I'm going to assume that it's the correct choice at least, because if it isn't, That means next turn we are going to be able to go back into our Caddy Puppy Pony combo, as well as a Hoppier, meaning we can set up another negate thanks to Herald. So whatever our top deck is, it's gonna be good, unless Igor is literally just scooping right here because he lost to Gamma. Which, I'll be honest, I probably would too, but come on, you gotta be better than that at least. Come on, Igor. You got this, man. You got it, Igor. I believe in you. Probably shouldn't, but I believe in you. Alright, well, he doesn't seem interested in playing the video game, so I guess you'll see a jump cut. Well, there he go. Apparently the man literally Alt F4'd because he has the lost connection status, and the only time you get that is if you Alt F4. The man could not handle the puppy and outed himself off of a cliff. I think that's good enough to end this video on, so let's round this up. So then, what do we think about Melffy? Well, Melffy has its problems. Melffy is a very good auxiliary engine to a lot of other decks simply because it allows you to just, for free, get a pop and possibly a negate on the board thanks to just opening the cards in your hand. Cards like Obedience Schooled, even though we literally never got to use it in this video, are also incredibly powerful just because it literally just lets you summon 3 cards for free, even if it does lock you into Beast for the rest of the turn. As Rev's cards has shown in his Sealed Only series that he's currently doing, the Melffy package should not be underestimated, especially together with a package like Dogmatica, where the cards really, really shine. By themselves, though, they struggle against any sort of board that sets up a negate, or just going second in general, unless you literally open Alpha, being your best out to just about everything. But even then, it's not really that great. You can set up a couple of interactions on your turn, and that's about as good as you're going to get. However, with one more piece of support that pushes it to maybe have an active negate, or some sort of way of putting multiple Melffys on the field that aren't negated, like Obedience School does, this deck could get really, really dangerous. I think there's potential in this. It is just a couple of support pieces away from getting there. Now, as always, if you enjoyed this type of content, now with my additional face included, do remember to leave a comment down below, leave a like for the algorithm, click the subscribe button to see more stuff that I do, because especially this year, we are going to do a lot. And, you know, Patreon is there if you want it. We have the goal of physical sealed only. You can check it out if you want. Thank you to Danish Chris for activating the For Fun Friday card to make me play this deck. It was alright. I had fun. As always, remember to stay safe out there.